This is heavier than I thought it would be. Try not to.
So we fill up the meniscus to about, let's see, that's about 5.1, almost on the dot. So now the meniscus forms by surface tension. It's a curve that just forms in the container as it reaches the top. You can almost say that the meniscus the water wants to climb the container. So then we'll pour the sugar water solution into the pipette. Stop about there. Pour the rest in, and there you go. Okay, so to read the meniscus, you need to look pretty closely at it. You see it dips just a tiny bit. So it looks like that it would be 10, 9, 8, about 8.2. But because it dips a little bit, it would actually be more like 8.15. And that's sort of how you read the meniscus, is that you have to look at the bottom of the dip.
I'm filling up the volumetric flask with water all the way to the 25 milliliter line to dilute the 20% solution. Alright, so I filled it up to the 25 milliliter mark.
So we invert the flask to make sure that the concentration is properly mixed so we get a thorough, spread out concentration.
The dilution equation is the initial concentration times the initial volume will equal the final volume times the final concentration. So for ours, we found about 5 milliliters of initial volume. Using the uncertain digits, we got about 5.12 milliliters. We then multiply that by 20%. Now, we would divide both sides by 25 milliliters so we can find the concentration, the final concentration. This brought us to 4.096% concentration for the final solution. So we are cleaning up the rest of our reagents and excess fluids to make sure that the glassware is okay for future use. Our students are rinsing out the excess reagents and then going over to dry them so that other students can use them in the future.